In the heart of Newi, where the streets hum with the energy of commerce and ambition, a boy was born in 1909. His name was Louis Odumegwu Ojukwu, and he would grow to become Nigeria's first millionaire. But his story was not just about riches. It was about power, family, war, and a legacy that refused to die. Louis started small. As a young man, he saw an opportunity in trading textiles. But he didn't just want to sell cloth. He wanted to build an empire. During World War II, when the British needed transport, Louis provided it. His company, Ojukwu Transport Limited, became the biggest in Nigeria. By the time the war ended, Louis was not just a successful businessman, he was a giant. His wealth stretched into real estate, banking, agriculture, and the stock market. He became the first and only president of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, a man so powerful that even the British colonial masters knighted him. He was Sir Louis Odumegwu Ojukwu, a name that commanded respect across Nigeria. But wealth and power do not always guarantee a smooth journey, especially when family and politics collide. Sir Louis had many children, but one stood out, Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu. One like his father, who built an empire in business, Emeka was drawn to military service. Sir Louis had sent him to the best schools, Epsom College and Oxford University in England, hoping he would take over the family business. But Emeka had other plans. He shocked his father when he joined the Nigerian army in 1957. Sir Louis, who had built wealth beyond imagination, could not understand why his son would choose a life of discipline, struggle, and war. Father and son grew apart, their visions clashing like two great forces. Then in 1966, everything changed. Sir Louis Odumegwu Ojukwu died. But this was not just the end of a great man, it was the beginning of a tragedy for his empire. 1 year after his death, Emeka Ojukwu became the leader of Biafra, leading the Igbo people in a war for independence. The Nigerian Civil War from 1967 to 1970 was brutal, and everything Sir Louis had built, his businesses, properties, and fortune was caught in the middle. The Nigerian government seized Igbo businesses. Ojukwu Transport Limited, once the pride of Nigeria, collapsed. After the war, the government gave all Igbos, including the Ojukwus, just £20 each, no matter how much wealth they had before. The Ojukwu dynasty, once untouchable, was now scattered. Sir Louis was not just the father of Emeka, he had many children, each with their own path. Professor Joseph Ojukwu became a respected surgeon at the University of Nigeria Teaching Hospital. He was the eldest son, a man of intellect and medicine. Tom Biggar, born to a British mother, took a different route but met a tragic fate. During the war, he fought alongside Major Chukwuma Kaduna Nzeogwu and the legendary poet Christopher Okigbo. In 1967, at Opi Junction near Nsukka, all three men lost their lives. Emmanuel Ojukwu, Lotana Ojukwu, and Udegbe Ojukwu lived in the shadows of their father's legacy. Their stories less known but still woven into the fabric of the great Ojukwu name. Sir Louis may have lost his empire, but he inspired a generation. His story fueled the Niue business revolution, where Igbo businessmen rose again, stronger, smarter, and more determined than ever. Today, Newi is one of the richest towns in Africa, home to billionaires like Innocent Chukwuma of Innocent Motors, Cosmas Maduka of Kosharis Group, and Cletus Ibeto of Ibeto Group. These men and many others followed Sir Louis's footsteps, building wealth, investing in their hometowns, and never relying on the government. The name Ojukwu still carries power. Though the fortune may have been lost, the legacy never faded. From the grand halls of the Nigerian Stock Exchange to the battlefields of Biafra, Sir Louis's influence echoes through history. His story is not just one of wealth, but of family conflict and the unbreakable spirit of the Igbo people.